Hi, I'm Sean Smith. Today we're going to take a look at a 2019 Beneteau Oceanis 51.1 that I just listed for sale. This is July 2020. Join me as we take a walk through and tour the boat. The 51.1 is one of Beneteau's newest designs. You can see the shape of the cabin top windows and the hull shape. This flare up high, and then down low the chine has a hard edge up forward where the master cabin is, giving a lot of interior volume there, which you'll see when we get inside. And then also you have a narrow water line down below. That's a very long water line coming up to that plumb bow. There's a bowsprit with the anchor incorporated in and a stainless steel bobstay here for our Code 0, which is installed. This boat has a fiberpath Genoa from Ullman Sails on it. It also has a jib, a self-tacking jib that's stored away up forward. So there's a self-tacking jib track and Code 0. So you've got three options up here, as well as an in-mast furling main. So good sail inventory. The Genoa tracks are here with adjustable leads. So right now you've got a little higher performance head sail, but if you want to put on the easy self-tacking jib, you can take down the Genoa and put the jib in place. Dodger and all of canvas is done by Memo's Custom Canvas here in San Diego. Nice stainless steel handrail and macrolon, so it's very transparent, like a windshield. This boat has gates on both sides of the boat from the factory, but here in San Diego we did some custom stainless steel extending from the stern pulpit all the way up to those gates. Very nice custom stainless. When you're walking out of the cockpit, it's really nice to have that extra stability. The 51.1 has a great swim step with a switch to bring this electrically up and down. And there's also remotes, so you could walk down to the boat, press the remote and open it up and step right on board. An option from the factory that this boat has is this griddle on the back. So you simply swing out this seat and you can open it up to cook off of the swim platform right here at perfect height. The boat has a full set of cockpit cushions which would snap into place here, and they go all the way around the cockpit and up on the companionway beds either side of the companionway. At the starboard helm, this is our primary helm station. There's a B&G multifunction display, autopilot control. This is where our throttle and Yanmar display are. The boat currently has 124 hours on the 110 horsepower Yanmar turbo diesel. Bow thruster control is here, electric winch, and then the windlass display chain counter is here. This is also another multifunction display, so we can see our wind, speed, depth, whatever data we want to see there, which is really nice when you're sailing looking forward. You've got quick access to your chart plotter, multifunction display, so we can go to the chart if we want, or you can adjust your music, autopilot, everything from these displays. And for quick reference while you're sailing, you've got a display in a nice location. The cockpit of this boat was designed for easy short-handed sailing, so instead of having winches up on the cabin top, your secondary winch is brought back here towards the helm station. So our primary and secondary winches are in close reach for the helmsperson. And all of the lines are going to go into these opening line bags just forward, so you don't have any clutter in the cockpit. Really great design. Take a quick look at the port side helm station, which has another multifunction display from B&G. Two electric winches on this side with the additional Triton display down low. This is a cable inlet, so if you want to hook up for TV or internet to the boat at the dock, you can do so there. And then from Beneteau, the transom switch up and down is here, as well as lighting for the boat. So this is a nice little panel from Beneteau. Central in the cockpit is a deluxe cockpit table. There's two options from the factory. This is the upgrade. So it has teak wood leaves that we varnished here in San Diego. This is a serving tray that you can remove, take below, and bring up food for your guests. And inside the cockpit table, this is space for a life raft or anything you'd like to store. You also have storage underneath the seating, 2 cockpit lazarettes, port and starboard, as well as more lazarette space aft. You can open up these lockers. You see plenty of storage in there, and including access to your rudder posts, your steering quadrant, and also the retractable davits. So this system right here telescopes out, and then you've got 2 davits off the back of the boat to carry a dinghy. On the port side, that's your propane. Let's take a quick walk up to the bow. It's easiest just outside the helm station to step right onto the bow. And we've got our nice custom stainless handhold, as well as handrails all the way up forward. But a really creative design component with the rigging is having the inboard lower shroud apart from our outboard shroud here. So walking forward, you don't have to duck or dodge the rigging going forward. Very safe and easy to move forward. Up to a split bow pulpit, which makes the rigging very simple for our furling Genoa, and then our furling Code Zero spinnaker. So this is a Code Zero furling spinnaker that a UV Dacron cover has been sewn on, so you can leave that up for longer periods of time, or you can just remove it and bring it down into this sail locker, which is also a crew cabin. So there's a bed, a ladder that comes down. This is the self-tacking staysail, or self-tacking jib rather. And then you also have a sink, that's a shower, and a toilet forward in this crew cabin. The hatches have these umbrella covers that were made to protect the hatch. And then you can see this is the Code Zero furling line, which goes all the way back to the cockpit. So you can furl your Code Zero spinnaker, deploy, and use it right from the cockpit without having to go forward. There's a compartment in the forward end of the cockpit table which is refrigerated. And now let's step inside the boat. French doors open up into the companionway, and this nice 45-degree staircase comes down. Beautiful interior. The port side is the galley. You can see this U-shaped galley with lots of refrigeration. There are 3 compartments for refrigeration. So this is adjustable in temperature. Aft of it, you have a freezer drawer, which is also an ice maker. Above this is a washer-dryer combo unit. The gimbaled oven and stove, sink, trash bin, and storage. Very nice design. This is a large table already, but you can extend an eave and have a bigger table where you can utilize the seating for dining. Just forward of that is the nav station. So you can either lounge and pop this up and relax, or sit forward facing with the nav desk. At this nav desk you have your VHF radios, one you can bring into the cockpit, another chart plotter down below, and a desk. This is also where our AC/DC panel is located. So these are DC for lighting, electronics, and then your air conditioning control, which is currently on. And then this is the Scheiber panel, so you can see your shore power AC systems. We can change between the shore power or the generator on here. We can also monitor our battery and tankage life right here. Above is the Fusion stereo. And right here is a TV on an electric lift. Great location for that TV. That way it's only out when you're using it. And then you can also have these mirrored bulkheads, which looks beautiful. You don't have to have a TV hanging there. But great place for the TV. You can still get into the galley. This is a beautiful library, essentially, a bookshelf with the storage compartment below. And then the compression post for the mast, elegantly designed. Going forward, the master cabin has a big centerline bed. And there's just so much space in here due to this new hole shape, where you have that flared edge below the seat. You get a much wider forward cabin, so you're utilizing a lot of the width, the beam up here. Easy to get into the bed on either side, and then you also have a seat and lots of storage. These are very nice large windows next to the bed, but you can also close and black out the forward cabin. On either side of the cabin are USB and charging ports, as well as storage up above. Another hanging locker with lights that come on when you open up the door. And down below, there's additional storage. The forward master cabin has a completely separate head from shower. So on the port side, we have our electric Jabsco head, which you can use salt or fresh water for. There's a sink in there. There's also a separate shower on this side with some storage. And moving aft, this is the 3-cabin, 2-head version. So both sides aft have a stateroom with air conditioning control. On the starboard side. On the port side, there's a very nice cabin. Right now we have all of the cockpit cushions stored. Lots of space and a ton of storage here. Electrical locking storage compartments. On the starboard side, this is where the head is located aft. There's a door coming in from the salon, but also a separate door to make this an ensuite head. So I can lock this door here and then make it a private head for whoever's in the aft guest cabin. This one has a very large separate shower as well. Great layout. Last thing we'll take a look at is the engine room. So underneath the companionway steps, you simply lift them up. A couple of struts assist and hold the door up. In this engine room, you see a very much like new Yanmar diesel. And aft, there are some Raycor fuel filters, which were added aftermarket, and a fire suppression system up top, which was added aftermarket. A couple of great additions to make this boat ready to cruise anywhere you'd like to go. Thanks for joining me on this quick tour of the Beneteau Oceanis 51.1, currently available in San Diego. Reach out to me right away to find out if it's still available and to get on board yourself. I look forward to talking to you soon.